Hello there, Romans here and welcome to my next music review. Today it's going to be Pop Evil and their self-titled record.
Music review. Music review.
Music review. Music review.
Pop Evil is a group that has been around for quite some time and it seems like they're quite popular judging on the views they have on their videos and some collaborations, and they seem to be a pretty popular group that plays sort of a post-grunge, modern rock, hard rock, alternative rock. When it comes to their music, I've heard only the record Onyx, if I'm pronouncing it right, from 2013. It was a very good record, I really liked it. And I haven't checked their follow-up record Up from 2015, but based on what I've heard, that record was slightly more commercial and it seems like they have taken a similar direction as Shinedown on their previous two albums, or on their last two albums. They were promoting the new album by explaining what their name Pop Evil stands for. Evil stands for the heavy side of their music, so like down-tuned guitars, heavy singing, and overall pretty heavy music. And pop stands for more commercial pop melodies that they include in their songs. And Onyx really worked in that. I remember the song Beautiful, which was really very nice. And they were promoting the new album as going slightly more towards the evil direction. So if I understood it correctly, the new record was supposed to be much heavier. And based on the two singles and two videos they've released, it really seems like they've done that. So let's look at the record. I've heard the record 4 times as of now. It's coming out tomorrow, so let's look at the songwriting. When it comes to the style of the record, the first 4 tracks are really pretty heavy. It reminds me of the bands like Seether, Five Finger Death Punch, Stone Sour, Shinedown or Seven Dust. And the first song, Wasting Lions, is pretty much a typical track in this kind of genre. I also am a little skeptical about this because it seems like all the bands sound the same. Like when you listen to Five Finger Death Punch, Stone Sour, Seether, Pop Evil, Shinedown, it seems like there's one singer in all of these bands. Now I'm not saying that they are bad singers, all of these singers are great, but all of them sound the same. It's like this aggressive kind of singing. And even the music, it's very similar. You've got heavy guitars, some heavy riff, and then you've got some kind of a commercial chorus. The second track, Colors Bleed, is more reminiscent of Rage Against the Machine. It's definitely the heaviest track on the record. The third track, Ex Machina, reminds me of the new metal band Red, which I really like. And there's a scream at the end of the chorus that reminds me of the scream Praise from the song Praise from Seven Dust. The fourth track, Art of War, is the last heavy track on the record that kind of sounds like a combination of Rage Against the Machine and Alice in Chains. And towards the end there's one part that kind of doesn't make sense. It's a very commercial and very predictable pop part in such a heavy song. And this is pretty much what precedes what will come next. Now, first 4 tracks in terms of songwriting are quite okay. Nothing revolutionary, nothing exceptional, nothing really new or innovative in this genre, but they are okay. But when it comes to the rest of the album, it's just so boring and so cheesy. Now, just take the song When We Were Young, which is the track number 9. When I was listening to that record, at that point I was like, am I listening still to the same band? Also, for example, the song Crime to Remember is a song that seems to be more based on the piano, an instrument that was completely absent in the first 4 tracks. I don't really want to talk too much about all these tracks. Generally, I would say that they are pretty boring now. There are only 3 adjectives I can really think of: cheesy, boring, and uninspiring. Now, honestly, I haven't heard such an uninspired piece of music in a little while, really. In a long time, actually. I remember when I heard this album for the first time, I was still not focusing on it too much. But then, on the second time, when I was really focusing on the songs, I was like, I couldn't believe, is it really that bad? You've got certain ambient parts either in front of the song or at the end of the song, and these ambient parts just don't make any sense. They are so out of place. The songs don't benefit from them. They don't develop the song in any way, and it's just like, you know, let's put them there so that we can have 44 minutes of music. Some songs in the second half sound almost like Imagine Dragons, but it's like, you know, I wouldn't mind if some of the songs on the record were heavier and some were more mellow. It's okay, as long as there's a quality. But these songs are just so predictable, and when I was listening to that record, there was only one thing I could do. What was that for? The problem is that when it comes to the modern rock, as I've already mentioned, it's getting pretty repetitive as a music genre. Now I don't really want to do any angry reviews or bad reviews, because if you have seen all of my reviews, and I'm pretty sure you haven't, you know that I'm more leaning towards recommendations of music. I do reviews to recommend music to people. I don't really want to bash or I don't want to criticize the artists, because you know, that's why I don't have that many reviews, because I try to pick the artists that I like. And Pop Evil, I was actually looking forward to their record. I have missed the last one, but it's modern rock is a kind of a music that I like listening to, for example, at the gym or when I'm angry. But it was this record that actually made me angry, and now I have to find something to listen to, and it won't be Pop Evil. You know, some of the songs sound like songs that Nickelback would write on a bad day. There's a song, Birds of Prey, from the second half of the record, which kind of stands out. It's slightly better than the rest. But honestly, usually I recommend music on my channel. Now this is a record I'm going to not recommend to anybody. If you like modern rock, check their Onyx. It's a pretty cool record. But this one is a pretty disappointing effort, and I'm pretty sorry to give this record 4 points out of 10. Now this is a really weak record. Just stay away from it. I've heard it 4 times and no one's gonna give me back those 2 hours of my life. As the record has the same name as the group Pop Evil, in Slovak Pop Evil means popové zlo. So if you hated this review, don't forget to share, to like, to subscribe. If you have heard the record already, you can leave a comment in the comment section below whether you agreed with me or disagreed with me. You can follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, and definitely subscribe for more info, as I'm going to release more music reviews, maybe gear reviews, and as I have recorded my first album, there are going to be a lot of videos and a lot of stuff about the record. So thanks for watching, and if there are any bloopers at the end, enjoy them. Gimmicky.
Hello there, Romance here, and welcome to another episode.
Episode? Episode of what? What episode?
Of gear of
Gear review. Do we have any? Oh, I've got a new Tasty Electron. Is not new. I've got a new under Pazuha. This is under your Pazuha. You use this for your Pazuha. Okay, once again. Započítame na 3. Počkaj. Zlatá si. Na 3, Hany. Nesmej sa. Nesmej sa. No, poď. Daj si to,
Zaraz.